Hola, buenos dias, guys. John here, gone, baby Sri Lanka. 9 in the morning, we woke up late today. 7 or 8 we woke up, but we're just still laying in bed, dozing off, in and out. And last night I stayed up till like in the morning, recording a video about the Asian guy who got kidnapped. Not even get drugged, he just got kidnapped. Then he got held for ransom. Then he got killed. And then found a bunch of articles and then found his Facebook profile. So a girl that was the one that lured him to Colombia, and he fell for her, and that this girl was kind of like his girlfriend. But as I always preach to you guys, I'll actually show you some of the photos so we can, for those of you that haven't seen it, call it the video that I just made, so that way kind of see where that's at. Hold on, I gotta find it because I deleted it off the phone. All right, so I found it. All right, so that's the guy right there. And then he brought this girl, like they say he was like dating her for a couple months, going back and forth. And I preach to you guys all the time. Let me show you like pictures he's been posting, with her. He doesn't really smile in the photos, so it's not like she's really there to really enjoying herself. Doesn't look authentic. And so kind of similar to the other girl, but it's not the same girl. The girl that lured the other Asian guy over there looks kind of like that, but not. And he's been going down there even in June of in the event I get kidnapped, don't look for me, I am happy, hanging out with the hoes down there. And he predicted his own thing. He joked about it. And sometimes, guys, like when you joke about shit, it's like the universe will come together. It doesn't know whether it's a joke or whatever. So any kind of negative talk, any kind of sarcastic remarks, any kind of jokes like this, don't even bother saying, because you just never know. You could be just like doing like the Final Destination shit where it's inevitable now after you fuck around and say that kind of shit. So back to my point is that thinking you're in some kind of relationship with these girls, especially long distance, coming back once in a while, even if it's just once a month, not there 90% of the time at least, is still already cutting. You got to be 90 to 100% of the time there is how you can have like a worthwhile real relationship with a girl. But these guys are jaded, and these girls play on that, and these cartels play on that, to where they know what to say, they know what to do. You're not the first client that they've to, or the first sucker they've done this to. I've used this example before where Grant Cardone says, when you go to buy a used car, these girls in the cartels are kind of like the used car salesman at the used car lot, right? So every day they're there suckering people into whatever ad financing deal, whatever rip-off, however much money they can get out of them. They're there every day, day in and day out, dealing with people wanting to buy a car. And so these people, these girls and these cartels are dealing with suckers every day. That's what they do all day, messaging guys and like trying to lure them to go over there. And how often are you buying a car? You ain't buying a car every day. So of course they're going to be way more experienced and know exactly what to do. And so my point is that you ain't in no relationship if you ain't there 90 to 100% of the time. It ain't going to be real. You cannot be there to intimate and spend all the time with them. You don't know what the fuck they're doing. Even when you're there, you still don't really know what they're doing when they're not around. So the other thing is, like, with a girl like that assuming it was a girl, people are saying it's a transvestite, but let's just assume that it's a girl and she's hot. With a hot girl like that, be interested in a short Asian dude that doesn't speak Spanish, most likely, that doesn't have the same background, that isn't looking like Julio or Enrique, whoever the local Chad is over there. The only thing that they're after is the money, and like are very like, or you got something else to offer. But like I said, just going there is just a vacation, and you ain't in no relationship. Don't try to have no long distance relationship with these girls. It doesn't work. They've got a local broke boy. They've got, majority of the time, they got a local broke boy, and they're banging other dudes. And like I said, doing this day in and day out, luring other guys down there. And worst off, don't say, I heard that he was like money to pay for an apartment and her expenses and shit. Don't do that either. Don't have a retainer girlfriend. I made a video called Girlfriends. Watch that. Essentially, it's like paying a girl, even when you're not there to be on retainer, kind of would have an attorney on retainer. Whether you're using the services or not, you're still paying them that retainer fee. It's pointless. The girl ain't giving you nothing in return for you that retainer fee. What are you getting? A few messages here and there, a few pictures that is a template picture that they send to every guy on their list that they're suckering. Don't fall for it, guys. I try to teach you all this stuff, but a lot of people, they don't see these type of videos, whether it's mine or someone else's that is kind of like similar subject or teaching you to watch out for this kind of stuff. Time for my experience, a lot of guys find my shit when it's too late, after they've been burned, after they've experienced some of the stuff that I talk about in the videos. And then all the time, I get a lot of guys booking calls with me, consultation calls, and it's like they always say the same thing. Man, I wish I fucking saw this shit before I started dating or seeing this girl or wherever they met them, or started dealing with through a divorce and cover a variety of topics. So I got guys from different types of topics finding me. So just thought I reiterate that since it's still fresh on my mind blown. The first Asian guy that got the news was very a lot of news outlets. You would think that all these people would pay attention to the warning, but it sounds to me like this guy ignored the warning. He thought everything was cool because he's been there a couple times before and nothing's happened, and he thought he was making all these friends, going out to all the salsa dancing clubs and dancing and stuff. He's got life down there, which he possibly could have, but it doesn't mean that it's safe. He still got. And that people observed him or like followed him or whatever, but they waited for him to come out of the restaurant, which is, it could be true, but it was true that they were just following him. They would have kidnapped the girl at the same time, but the girl was alive, or not even kidnapped. So that most likely means the girl was in on it, and the girl was the reason why they went and found him. Well, knew where they were at and when they were coming out. So today's topic, kind of along the same lines of what I just discussed of like for a girl. Like I thought that he got a girl, whether it's a whore or whatever, he met her online thinking that it's a girlfriend and thinking that he's not paying. There's a lot of guys that say, I don't pay for pussy. And those guys make me laugh every time because everyone pays. The guys that say they don't pay most expensive price, they're like this guy. He was paying way more than he would be paying for a whore. He was paying for her fucking apartment and whatever living expenses. And then on top of that, he paid the most important price. He paid for it with his life. And so if you're one of those guys that say, I don't pay for pussy, you always are paying. Again, you usually are paying in the most expensive way, being a simp, backwards, sacrificing your happiness for that person's happiness, changing your life to try and make them happy. You're paying in a lot of different ways. So, I would have been better off just paying some whores and getting a different whore, but in a different place, not down there. Like that place, saying that I was planning to go down there. One of the guys I met and I interviewed moved down there, and he's saying it's amazing. Doesn't really go out that often. All he does is stay home and the girls come over. So that lowers his risk. And so, this guy's going out all the time, posting it all over, sharing it. His profile's public, wanted the attention. It's like guys that attention, that's the problem. Don't really want the attention. Trying to be as private as possible while still trying to like help. And I really don't like all the attention that's coming to me now that channel's growing and stuff. More people are watching the videos, but I've already shown my face and there's a lot of videos at me. So I'm kind of at this crossroads right now. Do I want to keep the channel open? Do I want to delete it? Do I want to stop making videos and just leave what's out there already? And downside is, got like my face out there and could be a target too, just like this guy. And then the upsides are that, messages, comments, people reaching out, saying how much they appreciate it and how much, how I've helped change their life, how I've saved some people's lives, how I've stopped some guys from self-deletion, kind of stuff that made it worthwhile. And not only that, but it can also help me to where if I want to connect with some influencers, some like people that I want to interview or talk to or meet up with, they'll be more inclined to meet with me since I have a following, and it kind of learns respect. Oh, baby, ¿cuánto hiciste? She pulled 4 joints in the morning already, baby. So now let's transition in today's topic. That kind of likes to today's topic. a recap of experiences. So this guy writes, what are your thoughts, sincere thoughts about falling in love at HK or the club or the working girl, whatever, let's just call it that. Could be anywhere, here, there, somewhere in East Asia, South America, it doesn't matter. Let's just call it like any kind of like working girl. I'm sure it happens. Yes, it happens.
Hola, what's up guys? Had to interrupt the video to bring you guys an important announcement. A lot of you guys watching, I've been receiving tons of messages from guys that are virgins, that haven't been laid yet, that want to get laid, and maybe guys that have already been laid, but they're not getting access to girls where they're at, so they want to get laid still. You know, these guys are getting taken advantage of, reaching out to escorts, strippers, or whatever they're reaching out to, wasting all that money. If you really need help that bad and you want to do it that bad, reach out. I'll help you guys. We'll discuss whatever it is that you're facing. It can also be other stuff. Maybe you're heartbroken and need advice or need something to help you get over that heartbreak. Maybe you have a wife or a girlfriend where you feel like she's cheating on you or things just aren't the same. I can help you analyze the situation and get over it. I've gone through a lot of relationships already with girls from all over the place, all over the world, different places, you know, so I've seen all the things that they do. Been in long-term relationships, so I know what a marriage feels like. I know what divorce feels like. I haven't been divorced, but in a long-term relationship to where I felt like divorce pretty much. And so I've seen a lot of people go through it, and I can help you guys that are going through these type of things too. If you need help, maybe like going to another place, I can put you in touch with people in different places in part of my network, or find people that are viewers as well that can help. That's why I'm doing this, to get the word across of the things that I can help you with. Not just that, if you own a business and you're accepting credit cards and you're still paying the fees, you don't got to pay the fees no more. You're pretty much just throwing your money in the trash. You're better off just using it on yourself, splurging, taking a vacation, enjoying like this in a pool in a tropical location somewhere where there's nothing but palm trees around and tropical birds, that kind of stuff, where the weather's perfect. You could be doing that instead. Or if you have some friends or family that own businesses that are still wasting their money paying the fees, you know, I'll be able to help. So I can help with a number of things, and I'll be glad to, you know, put you guys in the right direction. Same if you guys want to go to Costa Rica, I got friends out there. Cancun, I got friends down there. Philippines, I got a lot of friends out there. So you guys need help on any of that stuff, reach out. I'll be glad to put you in contact, so that way you can have a better experience all around. All right, talk to you guys soon. Adios.
But again, it goes back to like, how long has the girl been working there? How old is she? The younger she is, and the lesser amount of time that she's been working there, the more chance you have at success. But right now I'm talking about having a successful relationship with one of these types of girls. The less time they've been doing this kind of stuff, the less amount of guys they've banged, and the younger they are with lesser experience of like going out to different countries, the high-end restaurants and clubs and whatever, the lesser amount of experience they have, the better for you. That's the rule of thumb. The fresher and less experienced they are, the better. That's what you want to look for. And so that's how you can be the person that shows them these things and opens up the world to them, to where they appreciate it, and you guys experience all these things together, the endorphins and everything, and the connection and all that stuff. If you could get them out of that scene when they're super fresh, like if they just started and they haven't been corrupted, they haven't made a bunch of friends over there. Oh, and if they have the least amount of friends in that kind of scene, then yes, because if they have a bunch of friends that are in that, those bitches are going to tell them a bunch of shit. They're going to be in their ear all the time and like corrupting them, making them more materialistic, making them more ungrateful, making them more demanding, making them more entitled, kind of like either way like an American girl is, but even worse, because these ones are like gold diggers and they expect money for everything that they do for you. They hang out with you, they want money. They do anything for you, they want money. They want you to take them shopping, they want you to do all this. So, you know, those are the kind of things you want to watch out for. Other than that, if they're older, they fucked a lot of guys. They've been heartbroken a bunch of times. They've been cheated on a bunch of times. If they're older and they're working in the scene, they fucked so many guys. I did a video talking about how many cocks these girls go through. I made a spreadsheet about it. The numbers are in the thousands. So can you be with a girl like that? I even made a video about a guy who proposed to a girl working over there. Watch that if you haven't watched that video, because there was a Middle Eastern guy who proposed to a girl inside the club. And then I don't know how. I wish we could hear more news about what happened to that guy, but haven't heard anything. And I asked in the video if the guy or one of his friends sees it, have the guy reach out to me because I wanted to interview him, see how their relationship's going and how they met and all that stuff. So again, I'm saying I've seen a lot of the girls taken out of the club by a sucker simp, some guy that a lot of the time it's some geeky Asian dude looking like kind of like the guy that was shown in the picture. That's kind of like the avatar of guys that come down and kind of nerdy looking and not very experienced. They may be intelligent, book-wise, work-wise, whatever. But as far as like dating life, the intelligence in what the girls are doing, street smarts, they're not smart in that aspect. And then they easily get taken advantage of by these girls. So these girls will manipulate them. And Asians are a lot easier to manipulate because they are used to having more of that submissive role. And so these girls just, they love it. They go after that. And the girls know that they have money. So the more that they become a target in all aspects. So gotta watch out, man. These girls are pros. That's why they're called pros. They're professionals. So not just professionals, pros for prostitutes, but pros for professionals. So they know what to look for. Like I said, they deal with it day in and day out, like a used car salesman deals with customers wanting to buy a car. You wait for the sucker to come on the car lot, just like these girls wait for the sucker to step into Colombia, step into the club, step onto the place where the lineup is for the girls. You're waiting for that, and they're hoping that they can sink their claws into it. But like I said, these girls that I've seen escape the club scene because of a sucker simp saving them and taking them out of the club and then living with them and back in their home country. Girls get lonely. Just only thing these guys can do is just spoil them with like material things or try to keep taking them to fancy places or trips, and that's all these girls can do. But they're lonely. They don't have their circle. They don't have their friends. They don't have their family. How are they supposed to be happy? Those are the things in life that make someone happy. All that stuff will get old eventually. You're gonna run out of new stuff to buy. You're gonna run out of places to go. You're gonna run out of all the things that you're doing, the nice trips that you're pretty much gonna be, she's gonna be tired of that. She's gonna wanna see her family, her friends, and do the stuff that she normally would be doing. And these guys price themselves out at the same time. You're just gonna keep spending and spending and spending until they can't impress the girl or do anything for the girl anymore. And then girl wants to leave or cheats or whatever and divorces. And so I've seen it so many times. A lot of the girls that I've known for years that I was still friends with them on social media, so I see how their lives are. And it's nothing but selfies. All they post are selfies because they still crave the attention and they want people to look at their bodies, and guys end up buying them. I've seen so many of these sucker guys buy them fake tits and fake ass, get all these surgery because girls are getting older, especially if they had a kid with them. The more the girl wants to look good after, and so the guy caves in and just does whatever she wants. If she wants this, he'll do it for her.
You know, I appreciate the outreach, the comments, and the emails. And if you can, share these videos with a friend, or also at the very least, just give it a like. It doesn't cost anything or take more than a half a second for you to click the like, because then what it does when you click like, YouTube will suggest the videos to other people that have the same interests as you. So that's kind of like how the whole algorithm works. And so that goes and helps a lot too, you know, like if you're not writing comments or sending donations or whatever, pressing like and writing a comment helps greatly as well, you know, because then YouTube will know that you find it useful and that it'll start suggesting, it'll know that it's a legit video that can help somebody, and it'll start suggesting it to other people that are kind of like watching the same things that you're watching.
So he buys the fake tits, the fake ass for them to look good, to help them get more attention from guys that they maybe from their hometown, guys they don't know. Why do they even need to be doing that shit if they're with you or married to you already and they have your kid? They just can't help themselves. You can tell they're showing their true nature. They're advertising still to that on the market, and that's how it happens. You get messages from guys, and eventually one of these messages might be appealing enough for them to respond and meet up with them and leave you for that person if it's a better option for them in their eyes. And a lot of times these girls find out the hard way that the guy wasn't a better option, or they just juice them. If their goal is to just juice, then they can always find another option, another guy that's another sucker that they can manipulate and juice for more money. And like saying, they ain't happy. And so, like I said, we're not their first picks. They want to rather be with someone that they have a history with, a background with, that speaks the language, that they can relate to. And it's very rare that it can happen and be really true love. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm saying it's very rare. It's just like the lotto. Not everyone's gonna win the lottery, but it still happens. Just because it happens doesn't mean it's gonna happen to you. The majority is not in our favor, so look at it that way. It's kind of like the lotto. It's just because you see people winning the lottery doesn't mean that when you go and play the lottery you're gonna win. Just because you see guys falling in love with these hot girls on social media, or you think they're really in love, doesn't mean it's gonna happen to you. Just because you step in the club or you get one of these girls or you have them messaging you and stuff, doesn't happen. Like I said, I'm sure it happens. Yeah, it happens, but is it real? Are they really happy? So that's kind of like what a lot of these guys are when they go down to these Latin American countries, especially Colombia, that are getting got. You think it's real, but it ain't real. The only real thing that's real is the danger they're putting themselves in, and a lot of them disappearing and being robbed, killed, held for ransom. They asked for $2,000 in ransom for that guy, and they just killed him before the ransom was even paid. They found out the police got involved, and they just didn't want to put themselves at risk, so they probably just drained his accounts for as much as they possibly could, or robbed whatever he had with him and just got rid of him. And life is cheap in these countries, guys, so be careful. Don't put yourself at risk, and don't open your lives up too much to these, especially if they're working girls, because the more you tell them, the more they can use that information, the more they can, even if they didn't have bad intentions, they could talk to one of their broke boyfriends and set you up. So try to take as many precautions as possible and protect yourself from this kind of stuff possibly happening to you. So, all right, well, that's it for now, guys. Hope that answered your question. And don't wait. So one thing that I want to cover before we end this is that if a lot of the time, if you get with one of these girls that have been corrupted and you think you're in love, you're gonna find out that they're in their head, they're so used to doing things, opening their legs for money. They're gonna expect, some of them will even ask for a salary equivalent to what they were making. I've talked to some of these girls, I'm like, so what do these guys do when you're with them, and for them to take you out of the club? And the girls will tell me, like, well, he needs to pay me a salary, minimum at least $2,000 a month for me to be with him. It has to be no less than that to be equivalent to what they would be making. And these girls, some of them were getting like $1,000 a week for the sucker sugars to be with them, some of them even more, and paying them to do nothing while you're not there and having that retainer. And it becomes just one big transaction, multiple little transactions that end up becoming one big transaction. So just don't do it, guys. Like, try to find yourself a normal girl that doesn't do this kind of work, and try to build a real connection, and try to be there wherever you're gonna be with this girl. Be there, live there, and spend as much time there as possible, because it's hard for you to bring one of these girls into your world and for them to actually like it. You see a lot of these girls get taken to Canada, whereas Canada seems to be the land of sucker simps, especially Asian sucker simps. Tons of, I see all these girls getting swooped away to Canada. They're miserable over there. Their posts are so lame. It's just nothing but selfies, 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 selfies. They're so bored, nothing for them to do. So, or they get taken to some weird state like Arizona or Texas or something, where there's not really much to do out there. It's a fucking desert. So put yourself in the girl's position and think of, would they really be happy? And that's why I always try to look at it from both positions and share it with you, so that way you can kind of be more analytical and watch out and see if you put yourself in the girl's position, would you be happy being uprooted from your life, from everything you've established in your life, and going to some weird ass fucking place where you don't know anybody and you're just at home all the time, or you're around the guy's family who's fucking weird? You want to know if they speak another language, especially if they're Asian, and they don't like you, they look down at you. Maybe they think you're a whore that the guy just picked up in another country and brought home, and they will never like you or accept you. These are the things you gotta think about from the girl's perspective, and you wouldn't like it. And so these guys just expect the girl to like it, and just because they are offering them citizenship in another country, a lot of girls won't even take the citizenship. There are a lot of girls that will. So, well, that's it for now, guys. Watch yourselves out there, and don't bother. If you've fallen in love and gotten a girl out there, let us know your experiences, because I'll share one of these. So there was a girl that she was so wild and loved smoking weed, And I seen her. She got swooped away by a sucker simp and lives nearby here. And they had a baby. They got married and everything. And I seen the pictures they posted, and it makes me laugh when I know the things that she was doing. She was doing some nasty stuff and just like super wild. And then now this guy thinks he got a prize marrying this chick and having a kid with her who already has a kid. That's the other thing, guys. A lot of these girls have kids already. You're inheriting another problem. You're being a cuckold, and taking care of someone's kid that ain't yours. And that's another responsibility that you, not only did you have an overgrown kid, that girl, the girl that you're dating or falling in love with, you're getting another child that you're dating with that even the real dad don't want to take care of, and now you're doing it. So that's a whole nother topic on its own. So don't do it, guys. There's way more downsides than there are upsides. And if a prostitute's the only kind of girl you can get, maybe you need to look at your life and analyze what's wrong with you, that why you can't get a decent non-working girl who's fucked thousands of guys. Fix your life, improve it to where you can be. Just use the working girls for what they're good for, which is fun, the fantasy, and just know that it's a fantasy, and just know that there's 100 other guys just like you, if not thousands of other guys just like you, that they're banging and communicating with. So don't even do it, guys. So like I said, it's good for what it is. It's good for the quick bang. It's good for getting it out of your system. It's good for fulfilling your fantasies. It's good for having a little bit of temporary fun with them, but that's about it. Don't make it permanent. Don't fucking fall in love with them. It's okay to fall in love for the 30 minutes or the hour that you're with. Don't take that with you later on and think that she's some kind of wifey material. She's not wifey material, guys. It's only good for the temporary fucking fulfill your fantasies. So that's it for now, guys. I hope I got the point through to you guys and gave you some stuff to think about and to put yourself in their position. If you're one of these guys that thinks you're in a relationship with one of these girls, you look like a sucker, you look like a loser, so don't do it. I've already been there, done that. I won't do it again. So I've moved on to better options, and that's the same thing you need to do. All right, talk to you guys soon. Adios, pura vida. Dice adios, baby.
Bye. Pura vida.
Oh, pura vida, yeah. Guys, it's finally here. I got the Jedi group open, and I got a website put together for all you guys that can reach out to me instead of sending me an email. The website's 420john69.com, and pretty much everything you need is listed out on the links above and the links below. So if you're interested in a Jedi group, if you're interested in getting help with a trip, relationship advice, credit card service, real estate, affiliate programs, pretty much anything that I'm talking about, business, investments, it's all on the website. So that way you guys can help me help you a lot faster. That way I don't miss out on any of the emails, and it'll help me stay in touch with you guys. Even if something happens to the channel or the Instagram or whatever, if everything gets taken down or blocked by the platforms, I'll still have a way to get in touch with you guys. So go ahead and go to the website and pick whichever link that you need help on and fill out the information, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Look forward to seeing you there. All right, talk to you guys soon. Adios, pura vida. All right, guys, so I'm putting together these groups, my Jedi Master Inner Circle. So there's gonna be 2 levels to it. You're gonna have the Jedi Masters, which are the guys that are making 100K or more per year at least, and have been well-traveled, have a lot of experience, and know of different places that we can go to experience and find beautiful girls and be able to share amongst everyone and give advice to other people as well. And then we're also going to have the young Jedis that maybe aren't as experienced or just starting out in life, or are young and don't really have much money, but they want to live this lifestyle. They're being inspired, and they want to start and learn and be able to communicate with each other. So that'll be the second level. And of course the Jedi Master level will be in both, so that you'll have the Jedi Masters also helping the young Jedis by answering questions for people that are new. And then the Jedi Masters, what we're gonna do is have like trips maybe once a year where all of us Jedi Masters come together and go to a destination where we'll be able to experience all of this together and share and network and share financial advice, how to make money. It'll be how to make money, how to deal with breakups, how to meet girls, pretty much everything that you're seeing on my videos that I'm teaching. We'll be able to network and do it in person and put together these groups and meetings for people and kind of be me as the connector, connecting all of you guys together, because I'm getting all these messages from people from all walks of life in different parts of the world. And a lot of you guys tell me that you don't have anyone to share these experiences with, or share your stories and share all the knowledge that you've accumulated throughout the years. And once you communicate with me, it's like you're spilling your entire story because you're so excited to tell someone finally, because there's no one else you could take. Can't tell your friends, can't tell your family, and there's no one you can ask questions. There's no one you can share these intimate details with. And so I want to bring you guys together with other like-minded people that are watching my videos and kind of want to live this lifestyle as well. And let me know which Jedi Master or Jedi part level in the inner circle that you want to be in. There's going to be either the young Jedi or the Jedi Masters, and the Jedi Masters is going to be for you guys to join. That's the screening process. And then we got the young Jedis for flux. That way it's affordable. And the fun is to screen out. Obviously, if you're doing well, isn't much. And then it keeps out the people that aren't serious. It's kind of like how to weed out the people that aren't really real. And of course, there's going to be moderation, and there's going to be like content moderation, where I moderate who gets in and interview the people that want to come in to make sure they're real. And that way, everyone that's in the group is actually there because they want to be, and that they share this similar outlook on life and want to live this type of life and level up even more, make more connections, make more friends, kind of like me and Tim, the 72-year-old that you've been seeing interview, and other people you haven't seen in my videos that I hang out with. It'll be kind of like being into the inner circle and make these kind of bonds that will last a lifetime, and these kind of memories that we can share together and have some awesome adventures together. You guys will be invited once you pay the entrance fee, and then we'll get you in. All right, guys, that's it. Adios, pura vida. You say adios, baby.
Adios.
Bye. Well, guys, if you coming down here to Cancun, Playa del Carmen, I have friends down here as well that can take care of stuff. If you're heading down to Costa Rica, I got friends in Costa Rica that can help take care of the stuff, help assist with transportation and activities and lodging and things like that. And then the business that helped me live this life is the credit card service business. So if you own a business and you're still paying the credit card fees, you don't have to do that anymore. Stop wasting your money. You could be enjoying it every month instead of like whatever you're paying to the bank, $1,000, $2,000 to the bank every month. You take it and go on a vacation. Look at the ocean, how beautiful it is down here, and the weather is perfect. It's so early in the morning, I'm already sweating. It's tropical, and people are swimming down there, if you could see. And the only thing I wish that was down here is that there was more waves. But like I said, if you own a business, you don't have to pay for the fees. You can use it for vacation, take your family out, reinvest in your business, or whatever it is you want to do with it. It's way better than wasting it, paying it to the bank and getting nothing in return. So that's it. All right, that's it for now. Talk to you guys later. Adios.